Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to my character Crusade Unbound Season 2 Let's Play with Alusell, the Red Guard alteration swordsman thing, I guess. I don't know what to call his class yet. We left off last episode having cleared Haldir's Cairn. And leveling up next to the river just on the outside of town. I went on to sell off all the stuff that I looted from Haldir's Cairn, and I actually leveled up Speechcraft one more time, which gave me one more level. I used that to increase stamina one more time, again, just because I think it's that important. And I took the timed block perk as well. That should help me out a lot with survivability, I'm hoping. I think from now on I'm going to, at least for the next couple of levels, I'm going to focus on alteration. Going to really make sure I'm using that Oak Flesh spell a little more. Pick up that perk, the Mage Armor perk, which will double our armor rating. While we have a flesh spell active, and then we can make our way towards Distorted Shape here, which is an amazing perk. Maybe the best perk in the entire alterations tree. Basically what that does is kind of gives you the effects of the Become Ethereal shout every time you cast your flesh spell in combat or enter combat with a flesh spell active. That allows you to do a sprinting power attack for free, basically, because nobody can hurt you on your way in because you are intangible. I think a good natural extension to that when I get there is following this branch of one-handed up to overrun here. This makes sprinting power attacks really, really strong. And if I can get a free one for each new battle, I think that would go a long way to making Alusell that much stronger in the long run. So that's kind of my roadmap for right now. So today, wow, the weather out here is just really wonderful, isn't it? At least the fog went away. I'm running True Storms with the Obsidian patch. This basically adds cooler storms to the weather. I'm also running lightning during storms, which it has some pretty cool lightning effects that lightning actually strikes the ground and things around you as you're walking around, so pretty cool. But Alusell doesn't think so. He hasn't seen the sun since he left Hammerfell, and this weather might be getting him down a little bit. He was kind of in the middle of the positive-negative polarity on the value pairs there. Having succeeded clearing Haldir's Cairn, but having to rely on potions to get through it. So it's kind of a plus and a negative for him, but now this weather has been so crappy now for 2 days. He's not feeling it. But he's got to test himself today, as he's committed to doing every day. That means daily exercise. What are we doing for daily exercise today? We have either what's his name? Runil's Funeral in Bloated Man's Grotto. It might not be too bad, depending on if there are bears yet there at this level. There might be. I leveled up twice, so I'm at level 4 now. Bears might be a tough, tall order. Or I can do Knifepoint Ridge, which are... I think these are just bandits. There's also an orcish hunter camp out here somewhere. But I think we'll go do the bandits. I think our odds are better with those than there are potentially facing bears at Bloated Man's Grotto. So let's slog through slog through this weather. See what we can do. First, I want to make sure I'm going the right way here. I get turned around, and of course I'm not. So I need to turn around, exit town, head left, and keep Lake Ilinalta on my right once I get down there. So I hope you all are having a great day, a great weekend. We have some fantastic plans with your moms tomorrow for Mother's Day. I know I do. We're gonna go play some disc golf at the local disc golf course. I didn't even know we had such a thing. But that should be fun. A lot more fun than running through the rain anyway. At least he's not shirtless in the rain. I know some barbarian types prefer being shirtless in the rain, but Alusell definitely does not. The sounds on True Storms are just phenomenal. The sound effects are super realistic. Quite a journey ahead of us here. Still got to be on the lookout for thieves, wolves, patrols apparently. Like some Imperial soldiers with a Stormcloak prisoner. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I see. Watch what exactly? I'm killing skeletons. Normally 2 skeletons. Oh, there he is. Oh, I don't know why my block didn't pick that up. It must have been just off center in that one. Actually, I don't want that axe. I couldn't sell Haldir's staff just because the general trader didn't have enough money to buy it, but I think I have one of these traveling merchants over here. She's running away. Come back, I want to sell you stuff.
Yes.
Merchant wench, huh?
Take a look.
Oh wow, she's got a lot of money too. I'll sell her some stuff. This is fortuitous, for sure. Don't need any of this. Wow, this is great. I don't know how much more I'm actually going to be able to offload here, but I'll do as much as I can. Looks like about it. Might want to try replenishing my health and stamina potion supplies here. Went through a lot of them against Haldir in that last battle. Alright, great. And another level up. Okay. Thank you, Miss Wench. It's a nice mod. Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and save here. It's a nice mod. I don't know why you have to call them wenches. They can be convinced to become followers or paid to be followers for you, so... oh, there was some lightning there. And I'm super wet. Like I didn't already know that. I mean, look at me. So it's nice to increase the supply of followers. Hello. Oh.
A guest? Oh my.
Do you get many
We
guests?
have guests as often as we can, but there aren't a lot of travelers these days. The war keeps people off the roads.
Yeah, I bet you like to have people for dinner as often as you can, huh?
Until next time.
I'll leave you to it. Yeah, but you don't need to call them wenches, do you? Why not have, like, equal opportunity, an equal opportunity mod? Like, you can have some immersive bros in there or something, too. With some tribal armband tattoos and tap-out hats. I don't know. Alright, I think we're getting close to our turn here. Yeah, this is it. This thing would be a bit hard to navigate in these lighting and weather conditions here. But we'll get there. Oh, I do want to get oak flesh ready to go, just in case we encounter anybody. Lightning strike. That's kind of a bummer of a bug. You see the little ball of lightning where the lightning strike hit, but you don't get the actual strand, the actual lightning bolt itself. Happens a little more often than I like, but I think it's still worth it to have it in there. Alusell also doesn't feel the need to test himself against defenseless animals, so you won't be seeing me slicing them open too often. Unless there's a Spriggan or something that has recruited them. Looks like we're getting pretty close. Oh, wow. Speaking of close. It's a little unnerving. I don't know if you've ever had the awesome experience of being in a thunderstorm in the middle of the woods, but it's pretty scary. I would imagine this is making Alusell even more comfortable. Oh, wolves. Even more uncomfortable, even outside of the severe wetness he's experiencing. Going the right way still. No, I'm going exactly the opposite of the right way. I'm running Gopher's iHUD mod. It makes gameplay just a little more immersive. It also forces your attention into the game a lot more so that you're not focusing on the magic compass up on the top of the screen. Let's bail out of here. Go. I think I actually looted those wolf pelts before, but I don't want to do that with this character. I think he would find that just a little gross, even though he could use the leather for strips for his katanas. I think I'm gonna leave him be. Interesting fallen tower there. Let's make sure we're on course. I'm sorry for all the map switching here. Just in these weather and lighting conditions, it's hard to tell if you're going the right way. I don't want to get too lost. Oh, here we go. Do a quick save. Let's cast some oak flesh. And let's try not to die. let's see if we can draw them out here, get away from these archers a little bit. Did they just kill themselves? On those rocks? Alright. Where'd they go? Make use of our destruction here a little bit. Here we go. Left hook. And a choke slam. Hopefully I didn't attract too much more attention out here. So yeah, before I take the Fancy and Magic perk, this is a cool little concept. You might have seen me feathering the flame spell there a little bit, instead of just holding it on the enemy. That's a nice little trick, gameplay trick for any destruction mages out there. Enemies on fire take extra damage, so if you pepper them with a bunch of separate fire attacks as opposed to just holding the fire spell on them, you'll do a lot more damage a lot more quickly. See how quickly that went through it, even at a super low level destruction. Yeah, so not a lot of people know about that little trick, but it's a good one. And that actually holds up if you're going to play like a pyromancer character or something. That holds up all the way through the whole game. But since I'm going to be taking Fancy and Magic, I have I'm going to be restricted by spell counts, and it's just not effective or efficient for me to do it that way once I have that perk. Alright. These little watchtowers are a super pain. These guys for their money. Took those first shoes. I didn't really mean to, but whatever. I can drop them if I need to. Good with everything else. I think there's one more guy over here. There he is. He's a mage. Okay, that was fairly easy. I think I made the right choice not investing too much in that one-handed skill tree too early on, because doing some pretty good damage. By the way, I'm still on Adept. Not quite confident enough to head up to Master yet. But things are going well. It might be sooner than I had expected. Let's get Oak Flesh ready. I think if you don't have the Boethia quest active, this mine is a lot smaller than it is otherwise. And I think that all that's left in here is the Bandit Chief. And this guy might be tough, so please bear with me again. I might not get him on the first shot. Oh, it's dark in here. Alright, buddy. Let's draw him back into the light here. I don't want to fight him in the dark. Work up some more stamina here. You know what? You're just gonna give it to me. I'm just gonna take it. Alusell showing him what he would have done if he were standing up. Alright, so bounty complete. That wasn't too bad. Ran into some trouble at the very beginning there with, we got ganged up on at the front gates. Had a lot of encumbrance to spare, so just take all of this stuff. Yeah, this mine goes a lot deeper with the Boethia quest, but I'm not going to spoil any of that for you. Just pick up all of this. Let's see what else. Iron ore. Alusell doesn't like smelting either. He would much rather just buy the ingots from the from wherever he's at, from a smith or whatever. Blacksmithing is dirty enough work. Mining and smelting is just too much. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad. Got another level up here. Let's find a nice spot. This might actually work. Get out of the rain a little bit. Let's see if there's another place that's a little more sheltered. Yeah, dead bodies. Let's go back to the forge. I'm thinking this is probably a decent spot for him. Let's get that out of the way here. Katana crafting is a huge part of his existence. So meditating near a forge, under at least some partial cover here, I think that's good enough. Let's see what else we got. Stamina held up pretty well there. I think I'm gonna do one more. I did run out a little bit. The timed blocking actually helped us out a lot there too. Didn't take much damage at all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay the course here. Doing Alteration Mastery, the next level, which is coming up pretty soon. I'll take Mage Armor. That'll help us in those situations where there are archers peppering us from the outside while we're getting ganged up on by melee fighters. Dual casting is not something I'm going to be exploring at all with this character, just because his sword is always going to be in his right hand. That's a big part of his identity is a sword, so he's not going to relinquish that too often at all, if he can help it. It's probably my favorite meditation pose. Alright, well, that's it. I think we're doing pretty well as far as the combat and the difficulty goes. Alusell is holding his own for an unarmored melee fighter. So we'll see what adventures await. Thanks, and see you next time.